So here we are at this house. It's, as you can see, it's in the frame stage prior to insulation being installed. And this is lintel flashing that goes over openings. And the purpose of this, as you can see, it's underneath the house wrap. And the purpose of this is supposed to be sitting on top of the lintel, and then the brick goes on top of this. And it prevents water from going behind the brick or behind underneath here to hit the lintel. And it also allows for some movement between the lintel and the brick to prevent cracking. We're seeing this installed like this on every house. The vast majority of the houses, we're not seeing this installed correctly, and I'm going to show you what it should be looking like. So here's a house from the same builder that we're just showing you. Pretty much the same configuration. It's got a small porte-cochere, and here's the lintel. And as you can see here, if you look closely, the lintel flashing is between the lintel and the mortar and brick. And they even angled it up at the end like they should. Of course, most of the weep holes are kind of blocked, but this is a correct installation as far as the lintel flashing goes. And this is what we look for whenever we're doing an inspection.
In this illustration, which is from the Boral installation guide, it shows how the through-wall flashing, or commonly referred to as lintel flashing, sits on top of the lintel and is integrated into the exterior wall sheathing. In this example, it looks like it's a self-adhesive type sheathing, such as Duraflex or something of that nature. But you can also use like 6mm plastic and have it integrated into the wall sheathing in a shingle-like fashion where the wall sheathing comes down on top of the through-wall flashing. This is not the only place you need through-wall brick flashing. Can't speak today. But as you can see in this diagram, all these black lines, these are also locations where you need brick flashing or through-wall flashing. You need it below the windowsills, at the roof lines, and over all openings in the wall. Often people get lintel flashing, or at least builders get lintel flashing confused with window flashing. Here's an example of the window flashing. This is the inner wall that the brick is overlaid on top of. This needs to be done correctly as well, so if any water does get behind the brick, it is shedded down through to the weep holes.
Okay, here we are at a home built by Pulte Homes, and this home, the brickwork on it was done very well, and I think it's a good example to show people what we look for. The code says that the brick is supposed to have flashing at all points where it's being supported. So that would be the brick ledge on the foundation, the lintels that goes over all openings and garage doors and windows, and it is installed here, and it looks like it's installed correctly. But in addition to what the code says, all the manufacturers have suggested best practices, one of which is they like to see flashing below the brick ledge. And this builder has installed that, and you can see it's actually sticking out of the brick. And a lot of builders say that they have it there, but it's not. And the code actually says, and the manufacturers say, it's called through wall flashing for a reason. They want to see it come all the way through the wall. And not only, well, let's stick with the flashing. So you can see the flashing actually sticks out here just a little bit, but it does come between the lintel and the brick like it's supposed to. And this is going to not only help control the water as it comes through the brick, it's also going to create a bond break, because the metal has a higher level of thermal expansion coefficient than the brick does. So as the temperature changes up and down, the metal will expand more greatly and contract more greatly than the brick, and that can cause cracking down the road. Plus it creates a barrier because the brick mortar and the brick itself is very alkaline, and as moisture comes through it, it'll react with the metal and cause it to corrode. And so the brick flashing like they have it installed here is going to really protect that metal. And then the builder does a couple other things that I think are above and beyond and excellent. They put these devices in here to keep the weep holes clear. And it also helps prevent, at least bigger bugs from getting in. And they have those everywhere that the flashing is. And that's what the code says. So even out here at the brick sill, they have it there. And then the builder goes extra far on angling the brick ledge. The code says 15 degrees. They actually went beyond that, and it really is done very well. The brick layers here, again, excellent work. This is what we look for, and it's rare. This is the first house that we've done in quite a while that had it all in the correct places. Very, very good job, Pulte Homes, and this is the way we want to see it. Thank you.